So thanks everyone for coming. Welcome to Exchange.js. This is going to be our last meetup until we take a break here over the summer. And we have AC tonight, so hopefully it'll be a little cooler than last time. I know it was pretty hot for everybody. But if you do get too hot, you can come downstairs for beers after too. So pitch for beer. We've got a couple things to get through tonight. I'm going to try to keep us moving along pretty quickly, and we've got a couple good talks. I'll get to those in a minute, but we like to start off with a really quick little introduction. As I say at most of these things, the purpose of the meetup is to build a JavaScript community here in Edmonton. So we like to start that by just explaining who we are and why we're here. And every month, we have a question that we ask people to answer, just to kind of explain a little bit about themselves or maybe what they're doing. So lately, we've been doing some more kind of esoteric ones and stuff like that. I thought we'd break it down a little bit and just say, for this month, the question is, why do you use JavaScript? So I'll kick it off. My name is Mark Bennett. I'm an independent contractor and also a stay-at-home dad. And the biggest reason why I've been using JavaScript a lot more over the years is just its ubiquity everywhere. It's one of those things where it really is kind of the platform for the web, and so because of that, I wanted to learn it and learn it well, and that's why I got involved with the meetup. So why don't we go from over here? Maybe we'll work our way along the back and loop back. So we'll start right in the corner there. Sorry, why don't we start back there, and then you can finish your bite.
My name's Yuan. I'm a Java developer, I'm a consultant and contractor. Why do I use JavaScript? Because I have to. That's the only choice. Not try to do any front-end web development.
Great. Okay. All right.
I use JavaScript for websites.
Great. Okay.
My name is Graham Nelson, CTO at Auto. We do automation platforms for builders and renovators. And we're be hiring in the next couple of months. Our platform is based on Meteor. It's all JavaScript. So.
Great. We're in the right place. Okay. Why don't we finish off at the table here? It looks like you're done your bit.
Yeah, my name is JC. Currently using JavaScript mainly in the context of Ember.
Great. Okay.
Hi, I'm Wayne. I work for Momato. I'm a developer for working with JavaScript and Meteor.
Great.
My name is Lisa. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of JavaScript.
Perfect. Okay. Great.
I'm Anthony, and I use JavaScript because I'm pretty familiar with the system. I can get around it pretty well. So I got a good
Great.
my name is Alex. I'm with CNG, and I use JavaScript because the most common way to do web.
Great.
I'm Chris from Wikipedia. This is a website, and therefore it seems increasingly difficult to avoid that.
There you go.
James Edmonton, also Wikipedia.
Great. Okay, we'll keep going along the back there, maybe. Yeah.
I'm Sean. I'm also a Java, and I use TypeScript now because I like it when my computer tells me errors, and then I can fix them without pulling all my hair out.
Good answer.
I'm Steve. I'm also at Wikipedia. I use JavaScript because they won't let me use TypeScript yet.
I'm Sam, also at Wikipedia. We're evaluating using JavaScript Express for
Great. Okay, Casey, why don't we circle back with you there?
Casey, I'm a true home, and I use JavaScript. It's awesome, and it's my job, and it runs on servers and the browser and everywhere.
Great. Okay.
My name's Oscar. I use JavaScript because I want to be a better web designer. Thank you.
My name's Christian. I own a company called Hero. I use JavaScript because the ubiquity of it. Most of our stuff is built on JavaScript.
Great. Okay.
I'm Nick, and I'm learning JavaScript because the internet requires it.
It's true.
I'm Abram. I use JavaScript because it makes real nice.
Okay.
I'm Masha. I'm a technology manager. I'm a Python developer. I'm here to establish a closer relationship between Python and JavaScript.
Yay.
My name's Ben. I'm also here from Jobber. I'm using / interested in JavaScript because I feel like it's where most of the really cool things are happening in development in general right now. So.
Great, okay. Why don't we finish off in the middle there, maybe? Ben, do you want to go next?
I'm Ben, and using JavaScript for a long time. It's hard to separate it from the web.
Great.
My name is Nathan. I actually haven't been using JavaScript for the past few years, but I'd like to learn TypeScript.
My name is Amelia. I use JavaScript because Flash was already dead by the time I got into web development.
Great.
Chris, we use JavaScript because I get free sandwiches every month.
You're honest, that's good. Great, okay, and I think Sean, we missed you, so we'll circle back.
Hey, I'm Sean, also with Jobber. I use JavaScript because it's fun.
Yeah, good answer.
Players in the audience.
All right. And I was trying to say, did we miss anybody? Did anybody sneak in and miss getting introduced here? I think we're good. All right, okay. So for those of you who don't know, Startup does have free Wi-Fi. We wrote the password up over here. It's on the slide. I know most people don't need that, but if you do, it's there. I also wanted to point out we're going to be taking a break here in July and August. It's when we work on the meetup. We will still have a couple of our events, but the meetups themselves will stop. The next meetup is going to be September 7th. So put that in your calendars now and I'll get it up on the website. Yeah, September 7th. In terms of news, there was a lot this month, so I'm going to try to get through this without going over time. The big thing that I'd like to start with is we're running a member survey. We do this every year, this time of year. It's basically your chance to tell us what you like, what you don't, tell a little bit about yourselves. It helps us do a lot of our planning. It also helps us go and find things like sponsors and stuff like that. So we would really appreciate it. If there's one thing you do while you're here tonight, it takes about 5 minutes. You can do it on your phone. It's written over there, it's written over there, it's written over here. I'll probably blab about it at least once more. So it would be a huge favor if you could do that. We'd really appreciate it. Other things too, we had a couple questions about this at the last meetup and it kind of leads into my next slide. So I just wanted to point this out. We try to do everything that we do with the meetup out in the open and give everyone a chance to get involved and participate. So if you are interested in getting involved, we primarily use GitHub Issues to organize all our tasks and things that we're doing. You can see we try to label the ones that are just kind of pick up and go. So if you want to help, you can grab those. We have other ones that we want help with that we maybe don't know how to pick up and go and would appreciate that. So definitely take a look, check it out if you are interested in getting involved. This would be the easiest, quickest way to do it. And if you really want to get involved, we're also going to be electing the exec. And so this isn't quite as crazy as it sounds. Basically, how it works out in practice is that we have all those issues. If you're on the exec, you'll get little emails about them saying, hey, who wants to do this? If you're not on the exec, you won't get the emails. So it's not a huge thing, but it really helps keep things running smoothly. And it does give us a good group of people to lean on if things happen. So I have a couple people that have already put their names in that can't be here tonight. Is there anyone here, either from the past exec or who would like to get involved that hasn't been involved before? Maybe just raise your hand. Okay, all right. Okay.
What's a query sentence?
Okay, all right. I think I know who most people are. Okay, so I have everyone's. I don't know if I have your email, so maybe I'll grab your email after. Okay, you can send it to me via Sean. Okay, so that's the exec. Congratulations. We'll catch up after. I'll have a little kind of orientation email that explains a bit how stuff works, and we'll probably circle back and just do a little bit of introduction so everybody knows who they are. But I don't think we have to make it more formal than that. Any questions about that? Okay, you can still get involved at any time, so I don't want to feel like if you didn't raise your hand tonight, you can't come and get involved. We will never say no to help. So, moving on, we've got a bunch of news. There were some really cool releases this year. Unfortunately, these have just happened in the last couple days, so I haven't had a chance to do a really great breakdown, but I wanted to make sure that everyone knew about them and knew that we will be probably be talking about them now in September. The first one was Node 8. Basically, this is a pretty big release because it does a couple things. They've really re-architected a lot of the internals so that they can catch up with V8, which is the JavaScript engine that powers Node, and get a lot of the newer features that are coming in, especially some of the performance ones and things like that. It also opens the door to working with other JavaScript engines besides V8, so things like Chakra Core. I think there's the potential for other ones, but I don't know if any of those are on the roadmap. As well, they've changed the way it works, and they've actually made it a lot similar to embed Node inside other applications. So if you're looking to do scripting in your application, you can embed Node in it now to do that pretty easily, and there's like an official API to make that happen. There's quite a few other small changes. I think those are the big ones. But yeah, I would definitely keep an eye on this. Maybe wait for release or two, because it is a fairly huge change. They actually were supposed to release it last month in April, and they've pushed it back to accommodate the testing and things that they wanted to do. But yeah, very exciting. You should start to see a lot more V8 performance and features showing up a lot faster in Node in the future, which is awesome. The other thing that goes hand in hand with that was NPM 5. So this was a huge release for NPM. I think it would be fair to say that projects like Yarn have put a lot of pressure on NPM to kind of step up their game and some of the things that they were doing. So there's quite a few little ergonomic changes in the way NPM works. The way you basically use it on the command line changes now, so it saves things by default. It uses a lock file, which is something that Yarn does, that it's kind of absorbed as well. There's, yeah.
So they've also designed their lock file to be agnostic of whatever manager you're using, so that you use the same package file and lock file for Yarn or NPM.
Right. Have you heard, is Yarn like said anything about using that?
Yarn for using it.
Yeah.
I think it was a nice olive branch from NPM.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, I think this is the kind of thing where you can see the two projects are starting to push each other forward. They also say there's quite a bit faster performance. I haven't had a chance to try that to verify, but yeah. Anyway, NPM, quite exciting. If you're using Yarn, it might be a chance to take another look at NPM again. I'm still going to keep using Yarn for the next little while, but because there's some other fun things coming out in Yarn that I like too. But it's great to see NPM getting back into the game. Okay.
On the Angular app. And it was like 60% faster than NPM 4.
Really?
And about 15% faster than Yarn.
Wow, that's great.
For my certificate. And when it's cached, it's not cached. When it's cached, it's even like close to 40% faster than Yarn.
Really? That's great. I have had trouble with Yarn too on like Git repos and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to be giving it a try, just to accommodate those workflows a bit. Cool. The other thing that was interesting, Create React app had a fairly big release. Webpack 2 came out a couple months ago. Create React has updated to support that. They've done a couple really cool things with runtime error overlays that basically in development will show you that there's errors in your app to help you from shipping things that have errors, which can be useful. They've enabled progressive web apps by default. That was just like the headline in their release. So I don't totally know exactly what they're getting at there, because that can mean a couple things. They've also upgraded to Jest 20, which is a fairly big release on the Jest side, which is nice. They have code splitting with dynamic import, better console. There's a ton of things in there. So if you're using Create React, I would check that out. And it will update existing projects. And they also have a script that'll help you if you've ejected it from Create React to update projects that you've already ejected as well. Jest 20 came out. It's a testing framework that React kind of uses a lot in the React ecosystem. They had quite a few changes there in terms of their test runner and how you can run multi-tests, things like that at once. So again, make sure to upgrade if you want that. Preact is another project that it seems like everyone's releasing CLIs this year. So Preact has a CLI now. Their big thing was that it was scoring 100% on Lighthouse, which is a little kind of it gives you a metric basically saying how friendly your app is for offline and progressive web apps and all these kind of things. So it has offline service workers out of the box. It does code splitting for the different routes out of the box, which was nice. Another big one that was announced at Google I/O was Polymer version 2. I haven't used Polymer a ton myself, so I can't really comment on it too much what was new in it. But I know it was a fairly substantial release, and I think a lot of it, from reading the website, was around better support for standards, smaller libraries, things like that. Does anyone use Polymer or know like what the big kind of releases were in Polymer 2?
I think the main difference is well, for those who don't know, Polymer is it's two things. It's a polyfill for web components, and it's a collection of ready-to-use web components. And the main difference of Polymer 2 is it's updated to the new Web Components API, the new standard.
Okay.
So I'm sure there are many other differences, but that's the big one.
That's the big one.
API has changed to match the new Web Components.
Great. Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll have to follow up on that here in the new year too. I know it's been a while since we've talked about web components. Maybe we need an update there. I won't go through all of these. There's a ton of things, interesting things in here. I know I learned a couple things in the many faces of functions. It covers like all the latest stuff, even like asynchronous generators and iterators and stuff like that, and some weird edge cases with like arrow functions and stuff, which I thought I knew those pretty well. I didn't, so this is really interesting for anyone that's using JavaScript on a daily basis and uses things like async or generators and iterators. Also, the web security checklist is about 20 pages long, and it covered everything. Like there was stuff in there that I would never think of. So if you are concerned about security, it might be worth taking a quick look at that. Anyway, these will all be online later. Were there any other big releases that I missed? I didn't see any big releases from Angular or React this month, but.
TypeScript did 2.3. Which enable they're improving their tooling for getting started if you want to set up a TypeScript project. They also did a huge amount since JavaScript developed TypeScript. And a lot of work around just taking your JavaScript project and running it into the TypeScript compiler and getting a lot of the same benefits. So like it already would do that.
Yeah.
But they've improved, like it'll actually inflect using JS docs now to get types of things as well.
Oh, interesting.
So things like that, which is really cool.
Right. Okay, cool. Oh, that is interesting.
So I think they're actually a lot of what I would normally do that before I might have to do that.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll have to get you to do an updated talk on that. Okay. In terms of events, there was a few events happening this month that I wanted to point out here. We've got all the normal ones. We've got our Hack Up happening on the 21st. But I also wanted to point out there is an intro to Ruby that Ladies Learning Code is running. I know we do have a couple people that use Ruby with JavaScript. So I also think they're still looking for mentors. So I mentioned that mostly because if you do know Ruby and want to help people learn it, that would be a great way to do it. And also, Tech Ladies Edmonton is having their first meetup. Maybe, Ben, this is a jobber. I don't know, do you know anything about who's organizing that? I just saw the note about it today.
I'm not sure actually.
I think that's
Yeah, we don't know.
It is the
Right.
first,
It's okay.
it's the first Tech Ladies meetup in Edmonton, but I'm not sure who's making a point on.
I think it'd be Daniela. So like it's like she's helping bring the meetup to Edmonton.
Right.
With some other local volunteers. I know it's being posted on our office, but
Okay.
we last heard about it in like February, and it was like we are in a few months going to be hosting this, and about twice that much time later now.
It's happened.
So we haven't
Okay.
actually heard about it internally yet.
Okay, I'll do some legwork on that and have some details for, maybe I'll post them on
It's like
Twitter.
a French host.
Are we allowed to attend this or just ladies?
Reading their website, it says men are allowed to go to their events and stuff. They have like a job forum and stuff like that guys aren't allowed to go to, obviously. Yeah, no, anyone is welcome at their events. I did check that because I was wondering about that too. So.
Yeah, this is like one of those meetups that is like a network of meetups across North America.
Were there any other events happening, like conferences and stuff that are coming up that people wanted to point out?
But I did see you're just talking about the like ladies event. There's a Kickstarter right now going on with
Okay.
this, ladies in tech, and they're actually going on this across Canada trip to try to get information about what it's like, I guess, for women in the tech industry and what they're doing for support. I just can't think of the top of my head like where exactly it is or exactly it's called, but
Yeah.
that's super neat if you want to support that. So.
Yeah, well, if you do find that, let me know and I'll make sure to share it.
Syntax, there you go. Yeah,
Great. Okay, all right, well, if anyone thinks of something after this, let me know. I'll make sure to share it. We have a couple jobs this month. So Jobber is always looking for people. I know Ben is here. Does maybe Ben or Sean, do you guys want to talk about what you're doing over there and what you're looking for?
Yeah, sure. Unless you want to.
That's fine. I noticed when you said that, we're like on our phone.
Yeah.
So Jobber local startup. We've been in Edmonton since about 2011. We're currently around 80 people, over 80 people, so we've grown a lot, still growing a lot. The original products live on Ruby on Rails, and it was a web app to do support for home service businesses. So like your plumber or your landscaper or your lawn care, those types of businesses would use Jobber to help run their businesses, make sure they get people in the right place at the right time. System we've evolved a lot, obviously moving a lot more into mobile and moving more into JavaScript over time. Our mobile apps are actually written in a hybrid app running Ember We're currently evaluating what the future of the web interface is going to look like, which tool we're going to be going with, and we're working on building out more and more JavaScript-based services in the back end as well. So more and more JavaScript coming in your ecosystem, a lot of Ruby as well, if you like Ruby, like I do. And always looking for great developers. In particular, right now, actually finally kind of being okay on the senior engineer. Of course, always happy to take on more senior engineers, but looking for intermediates and engineers as well too. So.
Great. Okay. So up next, I don't think Jeff is here tonight, so I'll attempt to talk for Clio. So Clio makes software for lawyers, basically. They make software that helps them manage their practices. Their developers work primarily in Ruby right now, I think, but they're working towards using JavaScript on the server side.
Rails backend.
Yeah.
And they're moving to an Angular frontend.
Angular, okay, it's Angular frontend. So they have devs that work remotely here in Edmonton. They're actually based in BC, but yeah, they have a lot of remote devs as well, so you wouldn't have to move. And I can get you in touch with Jeff if you're interested in knowing more. Granify continues to hire. Is anyone from Granify here? I need to get someone from Granify at one of these meetups to actually answer these questions. Basically what they do is they run big data analytics. They analyze what people are doing when you're shopping on a website. If they think by offering you a coupon or a special incentive, you'll go from someone that's looking at something to someone that's buying something, then they will offer you that incentive. And so that's like their business model and how they sell their product. So they do like data scientists, they do software engineers for all their web platform and things like that. Obviously they have JavaScript on the front end as well. So, Shobi, they make connected classroom apps. So you're gonna be working with things like iPads, I'm assuming probably Chromebooks these days too. They do front end and iOS development is what they're looking for right now. And if you have any questions about that, let me know and I can get you some more details. Serge, maybe you can quickly speak to Serge. Yeah.
So Serge is a consulting company from the US. We have about more than 200 senior developers. We are all independent consultant or contractors working home remotely. There's about more than 100 clients across North America and some of them from Europe, I think. We are looking for senior level Ruby developers, full stack .NET developers. For front end, we're looking for, I think it's React, yes.
React. Okay, great. And people want to know more, should they talk to you?
Yeah, if you're interested, just talk to me.
Okay.
So I can recommend you.
Great.
Because they're all referral.
Okay, and were there a couple other people that were looking for developers?
Last time? Because last time we announced, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, because last time I haven't left. I believe early.
Okay. Were there any other people looking for developers tonight? Were there a couple jobs that sounded like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a startup here in Edmonton, and we're based actually just in the room, startup Edmonton. And we are on an upward trajectory. We're going to be expanding our team. Wayne's our lead developer, and done everything so far, and he needs help. So. Probably later summer and then into the fall. So
great.
If anyone's interested,
okay, and how do they find out more? Where's the best way to go?
Sorry?
Where's the best place to go to find out more?
Basically just come talk to me.
Okay.
As far as, check out our website too, homeauto.com.
Okay.
Most things there.
Great. Okay, and were you looking for people over there too, it sounded like? All right, okay. So flip that around really quickly. Is anyone looking for work? Maybe just quickly raise your hand and you'll be swarmed with beers after the meetup here. Okay, all right. So with that, we're gonna wrap up the preamble here. If you didn't get a chance, there is food, there is drink over there. Grab some, I don't know how much is left, I can't actually see it.
There's just vegetables.
There's just vegetables. See, I should have got more sandwiches. All right, so with that, we will cut off and go into our demos. So thanks everybody. We have a couple quick bookkeeping things we're just going to do. I like to start off with thank yous. So again, thank you to Jobber and to Clio. They've both been great supporters this year and have made this year happen. So thank you very much, guys. as well, thanks to everyone who has come out this year. Honestly, it's great to see new faces and old faces and everyone coming out. So thank you for coming to these events in the evening when it's hot in a hot room. So thanks to you guys. And also, I just want to say a quick thank you to Startup Edmonton. Honestly, they make my job so much easier, just giving a place to do this every month and Wi-Fi and all those kind of things. So big thanks to them too. Quick reminder, next meetup is September 7th. I won't say anything else about the survey. I think you guys all know about it at this point. And if you haven't yet, follow us on Twitter. We're going to launch YouTube here in the fall, but this is my slide to remind everybody. So if you want to take a look, give us some feedback on the videos, because yeah, we want to have them perfect by the time we do. And drinks downstairs at the Mercer. I'll see you there. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching. Exchange.js is Edmonton's JavaScript meetup. Subscribe for all our videos, then stay informed by following us on Twitter and meetup.com. Links in the description. Thanks to our sponsors, Jobber and Clio. Do your part to support the meetup and like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.